and welcome. You're watching the Explosive Exclusive. I'm Padmaja Joshi, and the proceedings inside Parliament in both houses have been explosive ever since the Parliament breach took place last week. Amid the showdown over that security breach, even more opposition MPs were suspended today, which means that the grand total of the total number of MPs suspended currently stands at 92, equally divided between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. A total of 33 opposition MPs were suspended from the Lok Sabha, including 11 from the Congress, 9 from the TMC, 9 from the DMK, 2 from the IUML and 1 each from the RSP and JDU. Among them, there are 3 who have been suspended pending a report of the Privileges Committee. Rajendra Agarwal, who was in the chair at the time the suspension took place, said that action against them will be severe as they try to climb up the chair of the Speaker, and that the MPs violated the rules of the House, even carrying placards inside the Lok Sabha despite repeated requests not to do so.
उनका हंगामा चलता रहा, तब भी उनसे प्रार्थना की गई, अपील की गई, उन्होंने नहीं स्वीकार किया और अंततः 2 बजे फिर ये कठोर जो कदम है ये चेयर को उठाना पड़ा। कुल मिलाकर के 33 माननीय सांसदों को की नेमिंग हुई। खास तौर से जो हमारे 3 माननीय सदस्य हैं जो पीठ पर चढ़ गए थे, जो शायद पहली बार हुआ है ये अध्यक्ष की पीठ के ऊपर चढ़ जाना, उनको जब तक प्रिविलेज कमेटी का निर्णय आए तब तक के लिए चलेगा।
Remember, the opposition has been insisting on Home Minister Amit Shah's statement in both houses of Parliament. They basically have 3 main demands. 1, that Home Minister Amit Shah make a statement inside Parliament. 2, that the Prime Minister be present at the time when such a statement be made. And 3, that action be taken against Pratap Simha, the BJP MP from Mysuru, in whose name the pass on which Manoranjan D and another person from Uttar Pradesh entered Parliament and then carried out the intrusion from within the visitors' gallery. But today, following the suspensions, the opposition said that this is nothing less than a bloodbath, and every single person who raises their voice against the government is going to be silenced.
हाँ, सब सारे नेता सस्पेंड, हाँ मैं भी सस्पेंड हो चुके हैं सुबह से, और कई दिनों से हमारा मांग बड़ा सीधे मांग कि एक तो ये कि हमारे जितने एमपीज को निलंबित किए गए हैं उनको बहाली हो, और सदन में आकर हमारे गृह मंत्री एक बयान दे।
Prime Minister has today said that we have done away with the mentality of slavery, and also we have ensured that people will take pride in their heritage. The movement started from the renovation of Somnath Temple, and now we are constructing Ayodhya Ram Temple as well. How do you see this?
I don't know that what was up in his mind. In what context does Prime Minister make a statement like that? I mean, how can you connect whatever you said in your statement with whatever is being done? I can't see. Maybe Prime Minister has been.
I'm being joined by T.R. Balu, sir. Today 33 more member of Parliament suspended. How do you see the action by the government?
No, it is an arrogancy. From arrogancy only. We wanted to revoke those people who already been suspended. And moreover, they want to keep this clean slate before Congress comes tomorrow for the 3 days.
Sir, the demand of the opposition parties was to call HM in the House.
Now remember, a total of 92 MPs, the highest ever suspension seen so far, have taken place in this winter session, including over 30 each in both houses of Parliament today itself. Now, hours before this happened, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla denounced politics over this breach. He said that opposition MPs must follow the rules of the House, and he also said that there had been an agreement that there should be no unnecessary politics of waving of placards or raising of slogans inside Parliament so that the dignity of the House would be maintained.
ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि हम इस घटनाओं को लेकर कुछ राजनीति कर रहे हैं। ये किसी भी तरह की राजनीति करने वाली घटना नहीं है, और इस घटना से कभी भी निलंबन जो माननीय सदस्यों है उस घटना से संबंध भी नहीं है। तख्तियां, नारेबाजी करना, बेल में आकर आसन के नजदीक आना, ये सदन की गरिमा के अनुकूल नहीं है, और देश की जनता भी इसको पसंद नहीं करती। इसलिए हम सब देश की प्रतिष्ठा को बढ़ाने के लिए, लोकतंत्र को मजबूत करने के लिए और व्यापक चर्चा संवाद के साथ देश की जनता का कल्याण कर सके, अंतिम व्यक्ति के जीवन में परिवर्तन ला सके, इसके लिए मैं आपका सहयोग चाहता हूं।
The BJP, though, has slammed the disruption by the opposition party, saying that the proceedings have deliberately been obstructed. Remember, in an interview to a Hindi daily, earlier the Prime Minister had said that there should be, in fact, a unanimity in the House because there has been a security breach and people should not carry out unnecessary politicization of what is an issue of concern for the entire polity.
आज फिर लगातार इस सेशन में, इससे पहले सेशन में भी जो पुराने आदत, विपक्षों का पुराने आदत है, वही आदत से फिर सेशन को होने नहीं देना, अगली व्यवहार नहीं करना चाहिए और वेल के अंदर नहीं आना चाहिए, प्ले कार्ड्स अंदर नहीं लाना चाहिए। मगर बार बार क्योंकि आज जो विपक्ष है इनसिक्योरिटी में है, आने वाले चुनाव में इनसिक्योरिटी के कारण आने वाले चुनाव में फिर इस संसद में आते नहीं आते, क्योंकि उनके पास कोई एजेंडा नहीं है।
All right, so is this a crushing of democracy and a silencing of the opposition? How does the BJP, the government, explain this unprecedented action that has been taken? A suspended member of Parliament of the Congress, Vijay Vasanth, will be joining us in just a bit. Let's also go across to Shivam Chhabra, spokesperson of the BJP, analyst Nikhil Jain, and Shikha Mukherjee, senior journalist. How do you explain this, Shivam Chhabra? The opposition is saying it's unprecedented. 92 people, just throw out all of them.
Padmaja, you need to maintain the sanctity of the floor of the House. If you're going to behave in an unruly and an erratic way on the floor of the House, if you're going to climb up to the chair of the House, how do you expect the Speaker to behave? I mean, you have a point to make, you please do make it, but does not mean that you will probably behave in an erratic way. We need to realize that you are a member of the August House and maintain the decency and the dignity of the House. That is what your prime motive is. I mean, you cannot do it.
Okay.
And I think
you're saying the sanctity of the House was violated. Mr. Vijay Vasanth, who is in fact a member of Parliament. Mr. Vasanth, how would you respond to this? The government also has said, Piyush Goyal today when he moved the motion, he said that there was behavior of the kind that cannot be condoned inside the August House.
No, I would say we've been pushed to this extent because we've been demanding Home Minister to reply in the House, and which is not happening. So we keep demanding for that. And just because we are raising our voices and raising our demand, we keep suspending it is not fair. So we do follow the dignity of the House, but when the House is not in a position to listen to the oppositions, then we have to show it up.
Mr. Vasanth, is it true that at least three MPs tried to get onto the chair of the Speaker?
No, we just walked towards the Speaker's chair, showing our agitation. We've been requesting to listen to us and ask the Home Minister to come and address the House.
No, but sir, your case has been referred to the Privileges Committee, and I heard the Speaker say that in what is a complete breach of parliamentary ethics, you, Mr. Abdul Khalik and K. Jayakumar actually tried to get onto the Speaker's chair.
Yes, ma'am, but we've been raising our slogans and showing our placards, getting the government's attention in order to have a explanation inside the House, which has not been heard by the government. So we've been pushed to this extent because we need the answer. We're not asking anything else. We just want the Home Minister to come and explain it inside the House, which is not referring to. Instead of that, we've all been suspended, sending out. What is happening and where is the democracy there? You just say that we three just barged into the Speaker's chair and we've been suspended. No, we've been raising our issues for a while. Earlier it was 14 MPs. Now it was again 48. Almost 92 MPs from the both houses have been suspended. Just because we're raising a voice or asking, requesting for a Home Minister to speak in the House.
But you're confirming that you tried to get onto the Speaker's chair.
So we've been pushed to this extent.
Are you, sir, confirming that you and two other honourable members tried to get onto the Speaker's chair?
So we moved towards him, requesting him, raising slogans towards him, saying that like we need a discussion on it.
You tried to walk towards the speaker, but you did not in any way try to get onto his seat. What were the slogans you were raising?
No, not at all. So we were requesting the Home Minister to speak in this house.
You know, the government has given earlier precedents of when there were attempts made by people who jumped from the visitors gallery. There was one attempt, in fact, where the person was carrying something like a pistol. At that time, there had been unanimity in the House and politicization was not done. How do you respond to the government's charge that this time what should be bipartisan issue is being turned into a political weapon against the government?
Ma'am, I would say like we were not politicizing it. From the visitors gallery, two strangers jump into the house. They run towards the speaker. They have a smoke in their hand. And what happens is the government reaction to it. It's a security breach has happened, which is inside the house. My question is, what if the visitor who entered the parliamentary house was from a Congress party or an allied party? Will the government react the same?
But, you know...
it's not the thing that since the MP who issued the pass was for BJP, I think the government is not in a position to answer the question.
But they are saying that...
We are requesting them to just address the house.
But Om Birla is saying that we've already taken action. Security personnel have been suspended. An investigation has been ordered. The security measures have been beefed up. Why are these not satisfactory steps?
Ma'am, when a visitor jumped... the two people jumped from the visitors gallery, visitors pass has been cancelled. When opposition, Congress and allied parties, we raised a question, we've been suspended. What happened to the BJP MP who issued the pass? Why no action has been taken against him? When immediate actions have been taken against the members who are raising slogans can be suspended, what happened to the BJP MP who issued the pass? Why the government not saying anything about it?
But this is an issue which has got past precedent as well. Unfortunate as they are, such incidents have taken place in the past. The one incident I quoted to you was from 1974. Another incident that took place in the 90s when Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao was the Prime Minister. And at that time, nobody had asked for a statement or asked for a resignation of any person.
Ma'am, I don't want to tell about what happened then. We are addressing the situation, what happened now. We are the new parliamentary house where we claim that best security has been given and it's been breached inside the house. What happened then, I don't want to know. I just want to know what happened now.
Okay.
What if some other casualties will happen? What will happen then?
All right, Mr. Vijay Vasanth, thanks very much. Your case has gone before the Privileges Committee. Last question to you. Are you fearful that your suspension could extend even beyond the winter session and it's going to be pending your investigation by the committee?
Yes, I do aware of it. The party, I'm with the party side. Whatever the party says and whatever the parliamentary decisions have been, I'll be waiting for it.
All right, Mr. Vijay Vasanth, thanks very much for joining us. How do you respond to this, Shivam Chhabra? The MP says we don't care what happened in 1974 or what happened in the 90s. We care about now and we want to hear from the Home Minister.
Padmaja, Vijay Vasanth ji has already clarified and I think he has accepted the fact that he made a very unruly behavior in the parliament today. He accepted the fact that he tried to move to the chair of the house. Now, how do you expect the speaker to behave? You only need to tell me. The second argument, what he's been giving, every time it is the Home Minister who has to come up and probably give a statement in the House. Now, we need to realize and understand the parliamentary democracy. Unfortunately, it is highly unfortunate that a member of parliament is actually behaving and saying all this. But he needs to know that the Speaker of the House is actually heading the parliament and the entire parliament premises comes under his purview. The highest of the highest investigation has already been ordered by under the aegis of the CRPF DG and the responsible watch and ward people of the house have already been suspended. The investigation is underway. Let the investigation happen. We also want the truth to come out. How do you think that the Home Minister will the response in the House is going to be of any purpose as of now?
Okay,
you need to be responsible just for the sake of creating the ruckus because you are issueless. because you are agendaless. You just
Shivam
cannot
Mukherjee,
create
this is opposition for the sake of it. That's the charge of the BJP.
Well, I think there are plenty of issues here, but let me sort of take on one thing, which is why is the beefed up security not enough for the opposition, and why is this an issue? That is because this is a parliament, and in the parliament there are two parts. One is the treasury benches, and the other is the opposition. And it is parliamentary protocol across all parliamentary democracies that the leader of the House has to make a statement when there has been such a breach of national security. After all, those were our MPs. They were our elected MPs. This is a national security issue. Why should the Home Minister not make a statement?
Why should the Home Minister not make a statement? Shivam Chhabra, it all boils down to this. Why should the Home Minister not make a statement?
It is again an unruly demand. I think what the logical demand is, the investigation is under process, man. The Speaker of the House has already said it loud and clear. Let the investigation happen. I don't understand. I mean, there is no ego fight out here. But unfortunately, what I'm trying to say is, let us not just politicize this entire incident. What is unfortunate, Padmaja, if you see the past 2 days, 3 days proceedings in the House and probably the statement of the opposition parties, you may also realize the fact that it is the opposition MP who have been terming these, who actually breached the security, saying they are innocent. Let us just, leave them if they have got no history of crime.
No, Nikhil Jain vehemently disagrees. Nikhil Jain.
This is
nobody has ever said that these people.
May I just come in for a minute, Padmaja?
Okay, just a second. Can Nikhil Jain have a say? I'll come back to you, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Padmaja, first of all, nobody from the opposition has ever said that the accused should be let go free. Rahul Gandhi has merely talked about the cause of this attack. So behind any terror attack or any anarchist attack, there's always a cause. There are always people, and the cause this time around has been unemployment. So this is very interesting thing that is happening in the country. That today such attacks are happening on the Parliament of India, no less. Not because somebody is is a religious fundamentalist, not because they are of a separatist mentality, but people have been driven to this edge by the unemployment situation in the country. Secondly, you were asking the Congress MP Vasanth Vijay that in 90s, such an attack happened and no such ruckus was created by the opposition back then. There's a very key difference since then, Padmaja. That is 2001 Parliament attack. Now Parliament is obviously bound to be a much more secure place, and such attacks cannot happen so easily. And if they do, obviously the opposition is going to ask questions of the government, which they must. Also,
Parliament security is as important today as it was in 1974. Yes, Parliament attack has made those concerns more acute, but that doesn't mean that in the 90s or in the 70s, the importance of the security of our parliamentarians was any lesser. Shivam Mukherjee wanted to make a point. Shivam Mukherjee, and then yes, Shivam Mukherjee.
Two quick points. Number one, I think that Nikhil has made a very clear, very correct point that security concerns in India when zoomed at a particular point in time. And I am witness to how that security issues, how security has over time become more and more stringent when access has become regulated by more and more security barriers. And having said that, any breach of security inside the House is a major breach of national security. Those are our MPs, number one. Number two is, why should the Home Minister not answer when there's an investigation in? Because it is a question of reassuring all the people in the House and across the nation that national security is not being breached, there is no laxity, there is an accountability, and that the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, both of whom are leading this government, are fully in control of the situation.
Okay, is that reassurance
what a parliament security breach of this nature indicates is that there is no control.
Okay, is it reassurance that is needed at this point, or is this an effort to use this issue to the maximum in order to ring fence the government. That is something we'll take a closer look at 8 p.m. on India Upfront. For the timing, thank you very much, both gentlemen, Chika Mukherjee, for joining me. Quick break.